Now, in all fairness, I know what is out in those woods. I know some of what is out in those woods. And I do not feel that I would be able to make it back safely. Let me go check in with Isaac. Can you send more than one person?
He frowns a little bit. I suppose so. Why don't you get in the circle, he says again.
Misty step out.
Hmm?
I'm gonna Misty step out.
Okay. Okay, so you just vanish in a puff of smoke. What? Okay. My goodness.
Leave him in there? Okay.
He blinks as you disappear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hang on.
You can go down too.
You hear from the. Well, you can go to any place you can see from your current location.
You probably don't.
Misty step is up to 30 feet.
Get the location
you can see. Yeah.
Probably don't want him seeing his mother tied to a bed, though. That's just me.
True.
Yeah, I've been worrying about this whole time.
I never got your name. You hear loudly from the room. He assumes you've used invisibility like he can or something.
I'm going to beeline it.
Any
Walks Among Stars, are you standing right there?
Walks Among Stars. Well,
he's left ages ago.
You've been in there for 5. I've been gone for 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I'd probably be like maybe sitting in the room with the woman looking at my fuzzy marble. So probably just I can't take myself down there. That's the only.
Looking at his fuzzy marbles.
Yeah, so if you can move me into the next
area.
Yeah, I'm going to beeline it over.
Yeah, he'll be over here,
down.
just kind of keeping an eye on things. So I'll see you come through the trap door, and as you come down, I'll stand to attention.
All right, we're going to cut to a different scene as soon as you reconnect with Walks Among Stars.
Yes, please.
Sir Davish.
The
patient man reaps the rewards. What are you planning to do with the now 30, maybe an hour of time that you've built up?
I just want to ask him a couple questions.
Just a couple of questions.
Yeah, so, that's all. That's all I'll say to him. No
harm.
As he leaves, and I see the guy go into the study to kind of go drink some wine, and everybody goes and does its own thing. I grab a chair from the end of the hall and I just drag it in there. I'm just like, I just want to ask you a couple questions. That's all. I'll put it in there and I'll sit on it, and I'll just kind of look at him for a minute, see if he kind of cracks a little. He seems to be already unstable. Probably wouldn't.
He's just kind of head in hands, kneeling on the floor, slumped against the right wall.
Don't forget he's blind.
His eyes have been punctured with sharp metal object.
You
can survive that, right?
Well, that sounds like if the eyeball's been destroyed, that needs a restoration spell.
I was gonna say my lay on hands couldn't fix that, could it?
No,
because it only
you need a restoration spell like this.
Yeah, because disease or neutralize one poison afflicting it. Okay,
that'll be useful later.
Yeah. So I'll just say, let's go. So what was your grand plan for Vlaki?
He kind of mumbles something under his breath.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
My people, they will never respect me.
Your people? Your people? These aren't your people. These aren't puppets to yank around. You're not a marionette artist, are you? These are living, breathing people that you're dictating their lives.
I was the hand of God.
No, you were not. You were the hand of Strahd himself.
Through Saint Markovia's infinite wisdom, I led my people free of the devil.
Did you understand that Saint Markovia, that church, is desecrated ground? It's not hallowed.
Nonsense! The bones of Saint Andro reside in the church.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you let that happen.
Yes, I consecrated it. The priest himself placed the bones.
Ah, so you're the one that desecrated the church. Ah, fantastic. Well, I don't have to look for that man anymore now, do I? You're just making this all the more easier.
No, I consecrated that ground.
Oh, who'd you consecrate it under? Strahd?
The hand
Navera?
of Saint Markovia led me.
Well, the hand of Kelemvor is
no
about to
longer
fall
see
upon your neck, I will tell you.
And if it be this way, then all of Valaki will turn against you for your treachery.
Well, that's where you're wrong, friend. See, what we just did is save Valaki. You know, I was coming to warn you that your gates were being attacked, but instead you decided to sick your dogs on me. And here we are.
You beset the town with foul beasts from this forest.
Wrong again, friend. You see, we were meant to protect the town, all who live in it. See, I had no quandary with your law. Them being stupid was beside the point. I was going to follow them to the T. This is your town. This was your rule. I'm not here to upset the apple cart. I was here to help. We had our mission of our own, and you seemed as though you were going to help, but quickly decided that we were expendable. Banished us out to the wilds. Isn't that it?
His body spasms as he exerts effort, and blood sprays out of his mouth. Nonsense! You'll pay for this!
I don't think you're in the position of telling who's going to pay and who's not. See, I have this knack of being able to, how do you say, keep people from expiring until it's deemed that you're required to expire. Now, I recommend you conserve your strength, for it will be much easier for both of us if I don't have to heal you over and over again, just so we can have a conversation. Now.
Intimidate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
25? I hope a 25 would work.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You just got a 25.
Yeah, 25. Rolled a 19.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I think we might have this one in the bag. No. Finally, good job, man.
I know, right? So,
he just starts screaming at the top of his lungs.
Well, good thing the door's shut.
For the guards. Until he screams himself hoarse.
I'll kind of lean.
Passes out from blood loss.
Well, lay on hands.
And he wakes up.
For 5.
Later.
Or for 6, excuse me.
Wow.
And then I'm just going to put my hand over his mouth and go, shh, 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 shh. No. It's quiet time.
Terror.
It's quiet time now. It's quiet time. Yes. I'm going to say screaming won't help you here. You see, Isaac's an old friend of ours. Didn't you know? You have no power here. We're the ones in control. You're merely here because I'm allowing you to be here. You have no idea what you've messed with. You have no idea who I'm commanded by. It's Kelemvor. And I'll sit back into my chair and I'll say, don't you know who that is? It's the man himself who dictates if you live or die. Now, if you...
Care not of your God.
I will backhand him.
Don't smite me.
No, I will backhand him. I will just strike him with my ungauntleted hand.
Did he just beg you not to
Yeah.
spank him?
No, smite.
Smite.
Oh.
Told him to shush.
Yeah.
He didn't shush, so I'll backhand him.
He's seen what you are. He expects that because you're so angry, you will naturally destroy him.
Yeah, and I'll say,
Yeah, roll. Do you want to do damage with that backhand?
nah,
or
I just want to kind of
knock him
shock
around a
him.
little?
You know, shock
Alright.
him. Shock him into
Yeah,
being quiet.
He's thoroughly shocked.
Okay, perfect. And I'll go, listen, there's plenty of time for smiting or not smiting. All we have to do is determine if you've deceived the people of Valaki or not. Now, some would argue that forcing people to be happy when they're not happy is a type of deception where I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's just somewhat unforgivable, isn't it? Look at the man that did this to you. And I'll gesture at his face. He obviously can't see it, but I'll gesture at his face and I'll say, look at the man that did this to you. Chained in here since the last celebration because he was, well, not happy to your standards, right? I'm guessing there's some childhood trauma. Maybe you were an abused son of a count. Probably similar in your place. You probably do the same to a son if you had one. Or a daughter. Your wife is terrified of you. Thinks that you'll kill her if she does anything out of line. But we'll deal with her next. Now,
He immediately, upon hearing a chance that you would be even a little bit, the word,
uncouth.
when somebody feels like sympathy. That's sympathy.
Empathetic.
Sympathetic
Right.
towards the fact that he was indeed violently punished for any indiscretions
Uh-huh.
as a child. He,
So-
he rips the shirt off his back from what's left of it at any rate,
Uh-huh.
and he reveals massive scars, and he kneels at your feet, groveling in the stone. Yes, it's not my fault. My father did this to me. Have mercy.
Not your fault. Your father did this. My goodness, I've heard worse. Well, I've heard better too. let me. What's his first name?
This is Vargas.
Vargas. Let me tell you what's actually going to happen, Vargas. Let me tell you, my dear, dear Vargas, you're culpable for everything that's happened here. Culpable, I tell you, and I have the power to make sure that people understand that. Not only will it be me, but hell, I could have your wife tell the city that you're the reason that this happened. This is the power you're messing with.
She'll never admit it.
She won't have to.
Lydia is faithful.
She's faithful by fear. And I think you understand what fear can do. You're obviously experiencing it right now.
Perhaps afraid of the devil, but not of me.
Oh, look at when we came and met you. That fear in her eyes when she looked at you. Let me tell you. It was like she was standing next to Count Strahd himself.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion? Okay.
He doesn't believe you.
$14, unless I have advantage because he's compromised.
You don't need it.
Okay.
The last dregs of hope that you'll ever release him
Mm-hmm.
vanish from his eyes.
Great. Good.
Well, fuck. His eyes are fucking
Yeah.
not able to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I got you there.
Vanish from his cheek muscles.
Yes.
As
From
his
his
jaw
expression.
slackens in defeat.
Yeah.
And I'll go, but there is hope yet. There is hope yet for you and your family name and the legacy you wish to perpetuate through the ages. You just have to understand that you're no longer in charge.
There's no hope for me.
The only hope you have is me. after all.
It's no hope.
Well, it's a shame that you see it that way, for I see...
You're surely going to kill me.
No, heavens, no.
You let Ludo prep me.
Heavens,
now
no.
You'll do it. You're going to cut my head off publicly, aren't you?
Nope. No, I am not as vulgar as
Hang
that.
me from the highest tree.
If I was to kill you, I'd do it right here, and no one would ever see you again. No, we're not going to kill you, my dear man. And I'm going to kind of dust off my hands and put my glove back on. No, we're not killing you. Are you?
He flinches at every sound.
We're not killing you. No, we are. How do you say? Using you. Yes, I'd say that's appropriate. You understand that we're in control now. Now we, as in me and my god, we are in control of this situation now. We are going to save the town of Valaki and your soul. There is chance of that yet.
I have no soul.
That will be determined later. But the first thing you can do is tell me, where are the bones of the saint?
As far as I know, they're in the church.
Now you have no knowledge of why that church should be desecrated.
If somebody were to remove the bones, then old evil could live there.
How well do you trust this priest?
Trusted him with the greatest of trust. What a word. I fear I cannot trust anybody anymore.
Yeah.
If it is as you say, and Ezek has truly lost his way.
Well, everybody can be manipulated by the smallest of things. Let me tell you.
Wow.
But what I will say is this. If the priest is as guilty as you're saying he is, well, he may be strung up right next to you. And you can give him a piece of your mind for that. The other things that I'm really worried about is Valaki itself. Why do you do these rituals? Why do you really do these rituals? I mean, I was thinking that you had a backdoor deal with Strahd. Is that true?
Never. Strahd has not graced our town with his evil presence in over 100 years.
As far as you know.
Hide nor hair of him.
As far as you know.
For sure, everything that happens comes through, and he just realizing that he's sure to die this day.
And by that logic, you're telling me that you knew this church was consecrated. That's what I'm saying. Is obviously you don't know everything that happens in your town. No one can. But how do you keep him out? Was it truly your belief that making people happy kept Lord Strahd out of your town?
But of course, what else would it be?
Well,
he would eat us alive if he had half the chance. It must be working.
Well, the town of Barovia is doing, well, they're alive.
Sure.
I'm sure the devil feeds upon them, since he cannot us. He's gaining a little confidence, but his voice still trembles with fear at every syllable.
Well, it just saddens me that when we came requesting help and saying that we would behave upon the highest of authority, which is you threw us out. And now, dear Irina is still in peril from the Devil Strahd. We have not lied to you on our quest. We have not lied to you about anything. All we've done is try and help. And we get treated like common refuse, thrown to the wolves. And here we are saving your town, and you can't seem to fathom that you could be wrong. Well, let me tell you, Kelimvor will have to judge you, and so will your gods that you believe in. But I will leave you with time to think of that. And I'll get up in the chair. I'll kind of like scrape the chair across the floor out the door, and I'll go, oh, one more thing, Burgermaster. What would you like me to tell your wife?
I Tell her I'm sorry. Sorry that such a loudmouth bully came into our town and ruined everything.
You shouldn't speak of yourself that way, Burgermaster. You haven't much hope left, and I'll shut the door and bolt it.
Roll perception, roll perception.
Perception?
Yeah, perception. Yeah, damn. Oh well.
Hold on. I've got inspiration.
You're gonna use inspiration.
Is it something I should use inspiration on? I'm rolling.
It's up to you. I'm not. Take it or leave it.
You know what I'm going to do? Because I just thought of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to.
Why not?
Whatever. Fuck it. Perception. 18's good.
Yeah. See, you realize that not only did he, like, originally you thought it was just pain. Every time you said Strahd, he flinched, and he never actually said the name. He just said the devil.
I'll catch up on that. I'll say, why don't you say his name?
As you're about to close the door, you get the last word in, and he says, "The devil must not be named. He is all-knowing."
I'll open the door again. And I'll go, how do you mean? What do you mean by that?
The birds and the creatures of the night, they watch anyone brave enough to say it.
So you're saying you subjugate his power but not naming him?
Subvert. We subvert his power.
See, you're wise
You
yet.
could have seen it might.
See, you're wise yet. Why would I kill you? You have so much more value in here than you ever did ruling this town, and I'll slam the door shut.
Yeah. Nice. Inspiration.
Yay!
Interrogating Baron Vargas.
I'm gonna go to the bedchamber now.
Wow.
And I'll probably meet Walks Among Stars in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you just sitting down, hanging out?
Is this before Tatos came back down, or?
Nah. That was a long ass conversation. The interrogation lasted nearly an hour before Sir Davish was done with the pitiful, spineless, whatever was left of him.
Well, our timeline's only been about 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, but there were actions in that time when.
No, I'm trying to clarify. Like, what's going on? Am I in the room by myself, or? So
Tados down here.
Let's just.
So, like, you're saying he has passed an hour, and we have only passed about 15 minutes, right? Or are you saying that we've all passed an hour?
You have passed less time than Tatos, for sure.
Okay.
But,
so we're meeting in the room together.
a lot of people who have done something in the last hour of gameplay time are wrapping up their things at this point. I'm just going to try to, everything's kind of threading together here.
Gotcha.
Okay.
People who feel like they want in on a scene at this point are no longer tied up in other activities.
Perfect. I'll gesture you outside the room. There Walks Among Stars.
Okay, so... All right. So just before Tatos comes down.
Sure.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know what the fuck. Okay, so I'll come out. You'll see me like sitting over there looking at this bag with this little fluffy thing, and I'm just gonna, and it just looks like me sitting looking at some of my shit, nothing special there. But I'll see you in the doorway, and I'll go, yes. I'll stand up and I'll stride across and I'll step outside with you.
I'll fill you in on, recap really quickly what I've learned from him, and then I'll go, the next logical move would be to interrogate the wife. But I don't know what she can really glean She
There
needs
is
to be.
another.
What?
Yes. Hornsong is conversing with him in the attic.
Who is he?
Some 2-bit magician.
Do you know?
I think he's the Burgermaster's son.
Oh no, we need to hide the wife.
The boy is into dark magic. I think it best to take him into custody, but Tados seems to be running some scheme on the boy.
That's fine, but we don't need that type of adversary if he finds out what we've done.
I saw his magic. It looked weak. I don't think the wizardling knows his craft.
Okay, fair enough. And I'll look at the how's the wife looking, by the way?
She looks like physically fine.
Okay.
Mentally not fine.
Right.
Demon just scared the shit out of her a little while ago.
Yeah, we don't need the map yeah, she can hear everything that you're saying if you're in the room with her.
No, we stepped out to
She
inform.
stepped out.
Yeah.
Right.
At that point, I think I'll wrap up and start heading upstairs as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Probably Klug as well.
What about you, Klug?
I actually come upstairs and I kind of look at all you guys and look around your shoulders towards the bedroom and go, "Tell me the wife's not in there."
Which room?
The woman with the
bedroom.
room with the wife, the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, she's in here. Why?
Has it only been you guys going in to talk to her?
We haven't talked to her.
Right. No guys talk to this woman while she's tied up.
Hornsong talked to her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hornsong talked to her.
Yes. Told her
Right.
it did not
I'm sure
cooperate.
that helped. I pushed past and walked into the room.
Do not
And
ungag
just-
her.
Let a woman work, okay? And I just look at her. She's like terrified, I assume, and just go,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we're here. We've done these things. They're not gonna ravage you. They're cool. I travel with them. You're fine. Where's your jewelry?"
She persuasion.
Ha! That's hilarious. This is a robbery. Stick 'em up. Gonna rape you.
Yeah.
That's great
I
news.
said they wouldn't. I
Pretty
said they
much.
wouldn't.
Yeah, no, there's the guarantee. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I guess you could take it that way.
Sorry, YouTube. Sorry.
I was not going for that direction, but yeah, it came out that way.
You
I
hit it
think-
in the spot.
I think that was the spot on the money.
The game spot.
Okay.
Yikes.
All right.
Yeah,
Having
that
a
was
little
All
love
right.
now.
All right.
We're screwed now.
Well, here goes. Yeah, I get banned. This is Jodo gets banned from YouTube.
Game spot is not suggestive in the slightest.
Not at all. Not at all. I don't know what you're
not
talking
even
about.
A little bit.
Not in the little slightest.
Nobody could ever draw any kind of conclusion from those.
No, absolutely not. No.
No.
No, it didn't roll. Try again.
I get
Not
it.
roll.
Roll.
There you go.
I've got a
14.
little.
we
Oh,
go.
there it is. Just got some lag on my end. So is that a 14 or a 16?
That is the. I believe it's a 14, unless there's some modifier I'm not aware of.
Yeah. So no, it's performance. I'm not proficient.
Okay, yeah, 14.
Cool.
Yeah, So this is a woman who has been intimidated, and she finds a little comfort in your words, but she doesn't move or indicate a location for any jewelry.
Okay. Do I see any type of fancy metalwork or jewelry or
Oh, yeah.
anything in the room or on her?
The dresser is loaded with jewelry.
Okay.
It's got all the finest a lady could want.
Okay, so I have a skill set with the jeweler's tools that I can perceive jewels history, not just value. So I'm
Mm,
basically trying to see if any of the jewelry pieces look like they were gifted from Strahd or something other arcane.
yeah. Go ahead and go over the dresser and roll with your tools, your
Like,
jeweler's
so that
tools.
can't roll with my tools right now. I don't have that set up.
You don't have jeweler's tools. You just have proficiency. So you
No,
are...
okay. I do, but we haven't set it up, so I can't roll. That's all.
Oh, you can just roll a d20 as
D20.
plus
Yep,
dex plus
D20.
proficiency plus 4 again.
Yep,
Plus
D20
D20
plus 4.
plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
D20.
Yeah, that'll be easy to set up. We'll do it for sure.
Oh,
Ooh,
22.
Whoa, what'd I do?
22.
What'd I do?
22. You find... What? You rolled just fine. That was perfect. 22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was amazing. All right. Yeah, you find a specific box that is clearly more polished than the rest. Brass with velvet, purple velvet flowing out the edges. And as you open it, a small shield charm.
Okay. What can I tell about the shield charm?
It's made of metal, incredibly old, and clearly treasured beyond any else in the chests of drawers.
Well, she gets a history from it too.
Yeah, I get history. History
This is-
and value.
Yeah. So you know this to be a charm of heroism,
Oh,
What's that?
valued indispensably. You would not sell such an item. It's incredibly
charm of
valuable.
heroism, huh?
Yeah.
Does it feel like it belonged to this family?
The shield doesn't bear any particular crest, but the center of it has been rubbed like it was a good luck charm.
One hour you gain 10 temporary points for 1 hour in the same duration. Huh. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I feel like a dick taking it, but I'll take it. All right. I'll take the charm. And I'll copy that into my text box. So I'll
yeah.
of course take the charm and put something like a that makes noise in the box and chat instead.
So you're putting a noisemaker back into the
Like
box
something
with-
that if it rattles, it sounds like something's in there.
So like a pebble or something.
Yeah,
Nice.
just a little something. All right. So is there anything else that looks like it could be anything
Yeah,
else like that?
Roll investigation.
Okay. Of course, right when the game picks up again, my keyboard dies. Here we go. Come on. Nope.
Oof.
Yeah, no. Like I said, Klug's not the smartest, just clever. All right. So once I've gone through and taken this charm, I go back and kind of just see the woman and just go, There's nothing I can say that'll make you less terrified, but I can assure you they will do no more harm to you than has already been done. And I walk out of the room and glare at them and go, "You fucking idiots. At least take her off a 4-point tie."
I'll raise an eyebrow and I'll say, obviously, the art of interrogation falls on deaf ears with you.
How about we tie you up so your arse is in the air and see how you feel about it?
Good luck living through it.
You mind giving us late ones up to speed?
I'll fill you in with what I've in the hallway so she can't hear, with what what I gleaned from the Burgermaster.
I have a few spare glass eyes you could borrow.
Well, I have a feeling that we can probably restore his vision once this whole thing is said and done. But for now, we have a chair we can put her in the room with him, so at least they can be together.
Do that quickly before our new one comes down.
Exactly. And I'll look and I'll say, make sure Tatos gets ready to become the Burgermaster. And I'll untie her from the bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take her over to the chair and I'll open the door. I'll put the chair in the room. I'll tie her to the chair.
And she doesn't resist.
Yeah, and I won't tie it to, I'll tie it so she won't get free, but I won't tie it like tight. And I'll lean in and whisper it into her ear and I'll say, I'm so sorry that this has happened. But I promise you this, I will do my best once this is over to make sure that you and your husband get the justice you deserve. And I will ungag her and I will close the door.
What's your passive perception?
It's 10.
And you put her in the closet with the Baron?
Yes.
All right.
Fuck, I was muted. God damn it, I was muted.
Oh, what? What's up?
Muted. Yeah, I was all pissed and shit, man. God damn. Fuck, I gotta stop doing this.
All right, well, what part were you trying to interrupt?
Yeah. So, if you're moving the lady and you intend to put her in the closet with her husband, as you're getting her situated, Walks Among Stars would apply a blindfold.
Perfect.
And I'll escort to the cell as well.
All right. You notice that when her hands were being tied, she balled up her fists to create a little extra space. Walks Among Stars.
I'll press her hands down as he secures the knot properly.
Perfect.
I don't need to threaten or talk to her. I just do it.
Yep.
I'll close the door.
Resist physical.
Yeah. Obviously, this is a soundproof room. We've already determined that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we're gonna
other people within the house, maybe.
I want to search that room too while I'm in it.
The little one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought we already did.
Investigation.
It's perception to search. I'm not trying to
search it with perception, just with your eyes.
Well, I'm looking around. Tactile, scent, vision. My understanding of, and illuminate me if your understanding is different. My understanding is, perception is for searching and investigation is for drawing conclusions.
Right.
I'm just trying to find things.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing in the room.
There's nothing in the room.
There's,
just the implements of torture that he was using in there or whatever.
So those were part of his handcuffs that he'd bent a little piece of metal by rubbing it against the wall, and when you didn't take that away from him, he took it with him when he went into the hall.
Yeah.
In the other room.
Yeah, he's in the office.
And he's been drinking in there for a while now.
Yeah.
That's my next stop, but I will say that Tados should get ready as the Burgermaster, and our next stop, as soon as we shut the door and lock it so they can't hear us, I'll say, our next stop needs to be the Seer, Madam Eva.
What?
The person that's the opposition. Is that the right name?
No, Madam Eva was from the Seer encampment long ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Below the falls.
Who was the one that was the...
Lady Fiona Wachter.
Lady Wachter.
Runs Wachter House and resides there with her family.
We need to go meet Lady Wachter.
That's who you understand to be the political opposition to the Burgermaster.
We need to go meet Lady Wachter.
Mm.
I will have also ripped the crest off of the Burgermaster's shirt during the interrogation, by the way, and pocketed it. Okay.
So I'm getting a little...
Yeah.
I'm getting a little confused about timeline. Because...
What's going on?
When is Tato? Because like a while back, like Tatos came down and the two of us met up in the room.
I interrupted that.
To a different timeline, and now...
Did we?
Yeah. Yeah, like Tatos had retreated from the guy upstairs.
Yeah.
Was heading downstairs, and then we met up, and then you switched away.
Right.
And now...
Yeah.
At that point, the woman was still in the room and everything, so everything's really muddled for me right now.
Yeah, so let me explain what happened. So the timeline split 3 prongs. One prong was you going to the attic to investigate the noise. Another prong was Sir Davish interrogating the Burgermaster. And a third prong was the poisoning a blade with the help of glue.
I'm with you from there.
And at the end of those 3 prongs... You came down from the attic slightly ahead of Tatos.
Yeah.
Sir Davish came back from interrogating the Burgermaster to talk to you in the hallway and interrogate his wife. And the 2 downstairs came. Well, one of them came up. I don't know.
Yeah, both of them did.
So Tatos came down, and we at that point
moved
back
her.
then. Because there was an acute issue, I thought Tatos was in the middle of an acute situation.
Acute?
Like, as in, there was something happening. There was an NPC who was acting, and that we had to do something around it, right?
Yeah, and that, yeah. But I don't see, you're saying that should have taken more or less time?
No, I'm saying that, like, the timelines didn't get put back together in a way that allowed for that to unfold. If you're saying that should have unfolded back when you...
No, I thought that was over. He teleported out of the room with Misty Step.
He went out of the room and then he came downstairs, I'm assuming, to get some...
We were waiting for him to come downstairs.
We're not going to leave this Victor Valovich just sitting up there unattended. Like,
I mean, Victor's not going to go anywhere, if that's what you're wondering.
Well, we don't know that as players.
You don't know that, you're sure.
So you're saying that's the case?
I mean, he hasn't yet.
Okay.
As far as you know, he hasn't moved.
It's just been a part of all this moving the wife thing. Then is that what's going on?
Yes, he's been in the room for that. Yes,
he's been in the room for all that. Okay, well, I'm curious as to what he had to say when he first came down the stairs. Then that's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, I see what you're confused about. You were
we
assuming
just teamed in together in that room in a different timeline.
Yeah.
Got overwritten. That's what's happened, and that's okay. I'm all caught up.
What got overwritten? I'm confused because
Tatos came down and joined me in that bedroom.
Yeah, correct. And at that moment, Wes's character also joined you.
Joined in the room.
Yeah, because he was
done
at that
Tatos
moment. Yeah.
Never got to say what you like cut away from right as before. Like, there was this moment where, like, he was about to say something to me, and you were like, okay, now let's cut to this other thing. And then when we cut back...
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah. Sorry about that. I see what you're saying. So you're wondering where that conversation went because...
Yes.
Yeah.
It is now getting left behind.
Yeah, you guys are going to have a conversation that.
Well, he was gonna. Yeah, he had a plan, and I assumed that he was about to bring us in on it. And I feel like, and I felt like before you said that Victor isn't a pressing issue, that he was a pressing issue. Because from my player perspective, that seemed pressing. But so
Well,
yes, I do want
Getting
to.
the wife out of there was also pressing too.
Well, there's no window on that room, as far as I know.
Well, what does Tatos
And,
have to say?
There is a
Yeah,
window in the attic.
There is a window in the attic. You haven't heard anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Tatos also knows that he claims to have some kind of teleportation magic.
It's
So I
true.
think like
We don't know
that's
that
where the
yet.
acute. That's
but
where the it seemed to me, listening to the narrative from my perspective.
Yeah. As far as the timeline, I guess what has happened is the conversation you were about to have was interrupted
Got interrupted by Wes.
by the arrival of Sir Davish, intent on his plan to replace the Burgermaster with Tatos.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, I am ready. I need information. If I'm going to attempt to do anything like this, I can obviously look like him and sound like him, and that part's not a problem. However, my issue resides in how his wife would react, details about how they act, and the son that's upstairs that tried to get me to teleport an hour away from here.
We also need a consistent story to stick to.
He has
I can make that up on the spot. I'm not worried about that.
Unless we decide either to have them live or die, that's kind of a big point.
Did you say he has the ability to transport himself arcanely?
Well, someone. I don't know if he can do it to himself, but he absolutely can do it to someone else. He wanted to send me up north to the edge of the lake.
Well, perhaps we should ensure he does not escape by that means then.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
How sure are you of that?
I am not.
He didn't even come out of that room when we blew the door off the hinges and it was wide open. I booked it out of there, and he thought that I'm invisible in the room with him.
True. But he also
So-
didn't leave the room when a bear came crashing through the house.
Perhaps he wasn't in the house at that time. Perhaps he has the ability to come and go as he pleases from his room. Perhaps he has the ability to scry our conversation. Perhaps he already knows of his father's condition. He's a man of magic. He's not to be trusted.
I don't think he's quite all there, though.
He's clearly incompetent. But I have seen many incompetent fools do plenty of damage in my day.
Seeing as though Tatos knows him best, what would you recommend, Tatos?
I need to rest before I deal with him again. There's just no way around that part.
Is he immediate threat or no?
Immediate threat? No, but I think he could be beneficial. And if we end up killing his parents, then we lose any kind of benefit we gain from him.
At the very least, we can't have him knowing what's going on with his parents and us right now.
Very well. We'll leave the attic to him. If he comes downstairs, we'll deal it then.
No. I disagree.
What would you have us do?
I will tend to the boy.
I don't know. He he was pretty damn convincing, especially in the way of spells.
What would you say? What would you do? Walks Among Stars. Out of curiosity.
I will take his book. I know men of magic. I know how fond they are of their materials. I will take his tools.
He's a wizard of sorts.
It seems so. I saw his book upon the table, and in order to make his magic work, he read from it. Without his tool, I will not worry so much.
As you say that, I'll pull out my own spell book. I do know a thing or two about that. Might be good if I stay around.
If we
You
take his
didn't need
tools-
that spell book to become invisible. And you didn't need that spell book to try and persuade me with magic.
well, then he must be killed.
I
I'm
really
quite
believe
resistant.
that he could be a benefit to us. We just need to find the right application.
I'll put a hand on Walks Among Stars' shoulder and I'll say, remember what the seer said at the pool about the wizard that may be crazy, not have his mind, but spells are strong?
One look at the boy's magic and you would know his spells are not strong.
But you said yourself, you've seen the incompetent move mountains. It's nothing that we can
That
go...
is not what I said. I said the incompetent can be dangerous. I did not say they can be powerful.
Danger can be power, my friend. What I'm saying is we cannot take the situation lightly no matter what we do. That's all I'm saying. But...
I believe leave him there for now. He is a tool to be used later. He did something I have not seen before. Be it with or without a book.
And what is that?
Animate the dead.
And my face will go stone cold. He did what?
Yes.
He didn't bring them back. He just animated skeletons. Cat skeletons.
He plays at necromancy. Like a child.
He goes against Kelimavor.
Yes. Yes, he does. Would you leave him with his tools to profane your lord?
I need to think. I'll leave.
Woo!
If you need someone to keep him company, not only am I skilled in his art as well, I am also quite resistant to such magics.
Walks Among Stars will lean forward and sniff you. He'll look at you up and down and he'll say, as long as he doesn't leave your sight, I will rest with peace.
I'll take that as a go then.
Very well. Compromise enough, I suppose.
I'll come back
Oh,
into
now-
the room.
Paladin's flipping coins now.
Yep.
I'll come back into the room and
I made a fucking statement, man.
I will say, under the circumstances of this peculiar world, my lord will grant me this passive if he does not meddle with the death and life of beings such as us. Once he crosses that threshold, his life is forfeit. And for that, I stand completely immovable. Do what you will with him. Tie him up, hog tie him, throw him to the birds, but if he crosses that line, his head will grace a pike in front of his door.
Yes.
And I'll look and I'll say, do you have a plan to subjugate the wizard?
I have a few ideas.
Then I recommend you do it quickly before I change my mind.
On the clock then. Alright then.
And then I turn and I go, I'm off to see the opposition, and then I'm going to leave the house.
Man with wings, wait.
I will wait at the top of the stairs. Yes,
Allow-
walks among stores.
Allow me a brief period to ready myself, and I will join you.
10 minutes while I talk to the man in the winery.
That will do.
I will go to the winery. Whoever wants to join me can join me.
Short rest. I'll meditate.
Are you referring to the Manners wine, or?
No, I'm going to the guy who gouged out the Burgermaster's eyes. I want to go talk to this
study.
man.
Yes, the study.
Yeah, the study.
What are you doing, Walks Among Stars?
I'm going to short rest. 10 minutes.
You take one.
Yeah.
I want to go talk to this man really quick.
Yeah, during all this, anybody who needs a short rest could have taken one.
Perfect.
Oh, good. That gives me more options.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you.
Oops, didn't mean to roll that. Sorry.
You've recovered some hit points during your short rest.
I did not mean to.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. But no, I want to pick this man's brain. I want to see how stable he is. So.
What did you roll a D100 for?
Deciding if I was going to go kill that wizard or not. Legitimately, that's what I rolled it for.
Nice.
Yep.
You flipped the coin.
That's fun. That's fun. All right. Yeah, you step into the room to an exhausted Ludo, passed out with his feet up on the desk and an empty bottle hanging out of his hand.
I'll sit on the desk and I'll tap him on the shoulder. Ludo!
He winces a little. Careful, I've still got scars.
No harm intended. My apologies. I needed to talk to you.
Yeah? About my time in the house?
Not really, just your intentions about what you're going to do now.
I think, well, I can see the winds are changing in Valaki. So, I might stick around.
You cannot talk to anybody about what we have done here. You understand that, right?
You mean to say my victory cannot be sung of?
I mean to say that nothing that happened in this house since when I have locked the Burgermaster in that room with you to now can be talked of. What has happened is you were released.
I want to remind you real quick, because this happened in another session, that he immediately upon being released pledged his service to you.
Yeah, he's getting that. He's getting to that.
Okay. I want you to know that you've been released under the graces of whomever, and the Burgermaster complied. But for now, we need him intact. Valaki has suffered losses. It is demoralized, and having its figurehead, whether how corrupt nor how pious, gone, would mean total and utter collapse and chaos. I'm asking of you to, for now, remain quiet on that subject.
However victorious, I remain unsure of myself. You have graced me with the opportunity of revenge, and I've taken it.
Do you regret this?
I must think further, madam.
Maybe I...
Perhaps he deserved it. Perhaps my hand was the only hand ready to do so.
Well, so as a paladin, I probably have a few of these. I'll hand him a little figure of my god's little symbol of my god. It's a scale, a skeletal hand holding some scales that are perfectly balanced. On one side, the scale holds a pile of skulls, and on the other side, standing, thriving people. Like a little pendant you'd wear around your neck. And I hand it to him, and I say, seek solace and find peace with the decisions you've made, for they are in the past. You must live for what life is now, and I'll put it in his hand, and I'll say, pray for Kellamvor. He may give you the answers, and if not, you can look for answers in another deity of your choosing. But I guarantee you, Kellamvor will help you through these trying times.
Life and death.
The only absolutes in this world.
He did cause a lot of pain, but does pain really balance out pain the same way that life balances death?
No, it does not. In my life, I have definitely caused my fair amount of pain, but I always ask for forgiveness from Kellamvor, and so far he has seemed obliged to forgive.
Wise words. I will strive to live my life then, and I will not speak of the house.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and I'll say, and if you need any help, need not but ask. For sometimes company can be those of adventuring type. I'll pat him and I'll leave.
Right on. Alright. Does anybody else have anything they want to do within the manor before Sir Davish and Walks Among Stars and anybody else who wishes to adjourn to visit the Wachter house?
5-minute break?
Yeah.
I'd agree to that. Yeah.
I
Bio
could
break?
use Bio break?
Bio break.
Is that okay with you?
That's fine if we need 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm kind of developing a headache. I don't know much longer.
Oh no.
Oh, do we want to just press through and just get through with the Wachter house?
I don't think we're gonna get to the Wachter house tonight.
Yeah, this would be a good point. I say if we go through and just, is there anything else anyone wants to do in the manor? We'll call it there as we go.
Oh.
I can do that.
I mean, besides the mirror that I don't know about, I mean, I'm good.
Yes, the magic mirror. Mirror. You haven't told anybody about that mirror, have you? Oh, are you muted again?
I think he is.
You are.
Fuck me running, goddamn. You know,
You try and be courteous and it fucks you.
I'm trying to be courteous and it just fucks me every time. Yeah.
Right.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, no, I was trying to say that I'm very uncomfortable with leaving that man with the spell book, and do intend to.
Yeah, let's do that now.
Well, I understood that Keanu was going to just have him tote along like we have Irina toting along.
Fuck no, he's not leaving that room.
No, I was just going to squat in that room.
We all thought we were about
keep
to
him in there.
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable leaving that house with them in it unguarded.
I was basically just gonna guard the house.
I think
The wizard.
I think we were getting geared up for a rest, and then we were going, and then you were not, which is totally cool. It just, I think that's what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was what I was understood was happening. I thought Tados needed a rest.
Mm-hmm.
I need a long rest.
Yeah, I figured it.
People
So I
need a
thought
long
we were about
rest,
to pass a
that's
bunch of
true.
time in the Burgermaster's mansion,
We could.
but we also could totally leave. Like I got my short rest, and we could split again on the next session and go and do that right then. But that's that's cool either way. I don't give a shit. But if for now we're in the mansion, yeah, I'd like to take the book if I can. And I assumed that like the doctor was going up there to keep the boy busy.
Basically,
So it shouldn't be too difficult for me to walk in there and take the book.
Well, maybe not, because I might end up using that book as part of how I keep an eye on him.
Yeah, well, I'll take it and hand it to you, but I'm going to take it or make sure it's taken.
No, I guess make sure that like I have some control over it then.
Yeah, no, you can have it. It needs to be taken. That's my whole.
Oh, well, that was gonna be easy. I was gonna suggest we start swapping spells. I mean, what wizard could pass up that?
Fair.
I'm gonna hand him your book and take his.
Would you, Emery? Would you throw the mansion back on screen for me, please?
Yeah, you got it.
Well, you can do good cop, bad cop.
I'm gonna pace around for a second, and yeah.
Measuring the hallway, are we?
Maybe a little bit. I'm going to try. Okay, so I have enough juice left in this to try something, and if you guys are dead set on not letting him keep his book, I think I have a way to do this. However, I don't know if it'll work. Would you like me to try?
What's your idea?
I can have a couple of my unseen servants go up there and grab the books and then bring it down to us.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Unless Keanu said he was going to go babysit him until we long rest.
Basically, keep him completely unhostile,
satisfied. That sounds like it's going to be more effective than taking his book.
And we'll basically have control of his book because we're just going to start, dorking out over his magic.
Well, that's the plan. That might not
try
happen.
and coerce you and get you to try his teleportation circle.
Yeah, except I'm resistant to that kind of magic. He's already spent some of his spells trying to coerce you, and I'm probably just gonna fix his spell anyways.
Yeah.
Because come on, 2 wizards and an untested spell. Of course they're going to put their heads together.
Well, why don't you do your plan, Tatos? And once we have the book and we've taken a look at it and decided that we like the doctor's plan, we can send the doctor back up with the book, and he can the boy can be overjoyed to see his toy coming back his way. I don't know. I want to get it out of his hands. That's all I care about.
Make it happen.
Okay. Anyone else have any objections?
Nope. Sounds like you're in the clear.
All right. So I'm going to go out here. Go to right about here. And if I'm not terribly mistaken, yep. Yeah, this is right about middle of the house.
Yeah.
I am going to summon. I'm going to sit down and ritual cast.
I think we're good. Thank you.
Unseen Servant.
Huh? Appreciate
That's
it.
My short rest right there.
Yep. I'm going to send it up. And I'm going to cast Unseen Servant and send it up. So I now have 2 Unseen Servants going. And the task for both of them is to work together to get the book away from what's his name and get it down to us. And if they have to swing back and forth through the myriad of crap to be able to get it there, then that's what they do.
This is gonna be ridiculous. Poor boy's gonna be playing keep away with 2 unseated servants.
Yeah.
Yep.
While you bunk him for his book. Okay. All right, GM. How do we rule it? How do we figure out what happens? Oof.
The servants are incredibly adept at their task. As soon as the book moves on its own, though, Victor commands his skeletal cats to attack whatever it is that's trying to take his book. So what are their defenses, basically? Besides the fact that they're invisible.
AC 10, 1 HP.
It's invisible, so it'll be a disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah,
gonna
and those-
swing towards the general area that the book is in the hopes of defeating whatever mysterious force or invisible force seems to be having an effect on them. Shouldn't be too.
And
Very
have them
easily.
booking it full speed.
And there's 2 of them, so I have to hit twice to win, right?
Yeah.
That was like the best way.
And
to-
the really fucked up part is I could make 5 or 6 of these and send them up and have them all run to complete that task. Basically, grab book, toss to next, grab book, toss to next.
Ow. I just accidentally closed a clothespin on my lip. Ow.
Ooh.
Ooh. What are you doing?
I'm
with
getting
a
kinky
clothespin?
over here. What do you think I'm
Shit, no
My
kidding.
goodness.
No wonder you like the body
All
horror.
right.
doing? They do.
So, in the ensuing melee upstairs, you Walks Among Stars hears like, and you can only assume that some collateral damage has been done. However,
I hear a commotion.
a little while passes and neither of the 2 servants returns successfully.
Gotcha.
Horn Song, seems your gambit has failed. I will go.
All right. Have at you and
You and the doctor go.
Doctor
Come.
can go. I mean,
Come now, Doctor.
Just don't.
I'll
do
be there
anything
next time.
rash.
Hey, I'll stop the doc and I'll say, hey, Doc, why don't you play it off as it was one of your spells that went awry? I don't know if that could help you.
But we don't need to accept blame for anything. We don't know what's going on in this house.
Actually, we should just go up and ask what the commotion was. Like, we have no idea what's happening.
Fair.
Yes, I heard a commotion, and I am responding.
He gets it.
Fair
I'll
enough.
go up.
Don't
Yeah.
forget to let him
Okay.
know that you understand, and tell him you're working just so damn hard.
What else is going up?
I will try
Nope.
not to offend the young man's sensibilities, but I will see that book taken.
Alright, we're gonna go across. I'm loud, bold, and intentional.
I walk in the door and I say, I heard a commotion. There's something wrong, Victor.
Yes, a charlatan has attempted to rob me of my texts.
Your texts,
I defeated them with powerful magic.
where are these texts?
I'm gonna look. Is it still? Does he put it back on the desk?
You're not sure where it is.
No.
You don't see it in the room.
Victor, I would like you to meet someone.
And then I will step forward and sort of do a bowing nod. I am Dr. Teun Shaitan. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ah, a fellow practitioner?
Actually, yes. I heard that you are quite gifted in spells.
Indeed. I've been working on my greatest work.
I would love to see what it's all about. Maybe we could collaborate.
Collaboration with my genius.
Yes, with
I-
your genius.
I enjoy the offer. I enjoy the offer. I have no need of any help, however. I'm very close to a breakthrough of magnitudes you could only dream of.
Think of
You
it
need
as
help.
inspiration.
All right.
Walks
Are
among
you,
stars,
are
like
you intimidating him? Walks among stars.
No, I'm trying to help,
Okay.
but he's just not doing it very well. That's
Okay. Sounds good. Cool.
Yeah.
Just wondering. Yeah. All right.
He keeps taking uneasy looks over towards you, like, am I doing it right? That's funny.
I admit my expertise are more in matters of living things.
Yeah.
But my arcana is not too far behind. I'm sure I'd be some pleasant assistance.
An assistant. Well, that I could get behind. I've been needing a new assistant.
Besides, what sort of wizard could give up the idea of conversing with foreigners with unique spells?
Yeah. When he indicated his circle, did you give it a proper look, or did you just kind of paint?
Oh, is it uncovered right now?
Yeah, it's uncovered.
Well, I am
It's
totally
been
gonna
uncovered.
look that up and down.
Oh yeah, roll Arcana. Yeah, this is an incorrect teleportation circle that will surely damage severely anybody who attempts to use it.
Whoo!
I see you're in the process of building a teleportation circle.
You are knowledgeable for an assistant. Yes, I've just been testing it of late. Unfortunately, I've run out of testers. Perhaps your friend could volunteer.
Maybe so, but it's best not to send anything living or important through it first.
So you're saying an inanimate object? Oh, of course, I thought of that myself, actually. Tried it just yesterday, didn't work. Has to be living. Quite sure.
Well, we could always try using a mandrake. They can fool most spells into thinking it's a living thing.
Or we could use a human trial. In fact, I think that's best. Assistant?
It'd be best to double check then before we try anything. You only get one go when that happens.
I've had plenty of goes. It works just fine. I'm quite sure somebody was teleported. They haven't come back yet, but they'll be here any day now.
I believe we should probably check on them first, shouldn't we?
Well, yes. Suppose, but that would require leaving. I guess this look
who
on his
says
face.
you have to leave?
He gets this look on his face of just like mixture of emotions.
Oh yeah, insight, bitches.
Roll it. Yeah. He's like disappointed in himself.
Oh, so he's like he seems like he's reluctant to leave. Like he's
Incredibly.
agoraphobic.
Kind of agoraphobic.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Tatos was right. We don't have to kill him.
That said, you have all these new friends around you. Why don't we just ask one of our own to go check for you?
Victor,
No need to leave the area.
how long have you been in this room?
Well, the servants bring food and drink as I need it, and the furnishings are wonderful. What reason would I have to leave? He's not admitting to anything.
All right, I'm gonna insight that to see what I can infer from this
Go
thing.
ahead.
Because that sounded like he fucking stays in his room all the time, never leaves.
Yeah, he's never left this room for years. It's been here a while.
Walks among
Ever
stars.
since he discovered power. You can see the hunger in his eye.
He has a hunger for power, but he hasn't ever left the room. But he doesn't leave the room. I want to turn and kind of like look over to the windows. Do they have like heavily drawn curtains? Like, is he like?
There's a little light that comes through, but the
I see.
windows don't open. They're
look a little
solid panes.
Yeah, walks among stars will smile now, and he'll kind of nod his head. He's like, yes. That's it. So bad.
What's the quality of his undead cats?
They're perfectly well made.
Ooh.
It's clear that any spell that he's actually grasped correctly, he's able to cast.
Nice. I have noticed the immaculate quality of your undead cats there.
Yes, and he glances over behind the desk. Unfortunately, we lost one, and there's a little pile of bones. Little scuffle between cats.
Critically fail. One of them crit failed.
Yeah. I mean, they had disadvantage on them.
Funny.
I like it.
You know, I have all sorts of interesting stories when it comes to the matter of undeath. In
Right.
fact, did you know that there was once a man who created undead without magic?
No.
Oh, yes. Apparently, he used something they call electricity, some sort of refined lightning, as it were.
Must not have been very good. I've never heard of him, and my book has nothing of the sort.
Oh, he's from a faraway land. After all, the lands near here that you've likely heard of are all magical.
True.
It'd have to be a place without magic for someone to try something so crazy.
Without magic. What kind of mud people are these?
That was my first assumption, too. Turns out, though, all the things they've learned can actually help enhance your magic. It's like finding a loophole or a quick cheat, workaround, sort of.
Well, you'll be an excellent assistant. We must get to work immediately with writing down everything and testing thoroughly.
Oh, yes.
Yes, there's much work to do.
Yeah, let me show you some of the things I've cooked up. And he pulls out one of his journals and starts opening it up and showing him like all the weird things he's picked up.
Before you do so, he turns to Walks Among Stars. Yeah. Would you mind fixing my door? You seem to have broken it last time you were here.
I am not a carpenter.
Tell the maid to fetch one then. I'll need a new one. He looks expectantly, like he's expecting you to leave since you have nothing to contribute magically to his work.
Walks Among Stars doesn't move. He just watches the boy expectantly, waiting. Have I picked up on where he's dashed his thing yet? I've been in the room for a few minutes.
You can assume that he put it in one of the numerous objects in the room next door for safekeeping.
His
It's
spellbook?
clearly not in this room. Yeah, his spellbook is not in this room. You're sure of it.
Okay.
There's no hiding place possible that you can see.
Okay. All right. Well, determining that, and I'm gonna go find it.
Okay. So you're gonna search the room next door.
Yeah. I'll search the room next door while these two are engaged in whatever conversation. I'm gonna stay within earshot, and clearly there's no door there. So.
All right, roll a D100 on the room next door.
D100. 80.
Right. You find numerous attic atrocities,
Oh.
but nothing interest yet. For every hour you spend further searching this room,
Mm-hmm.
your chance to find something will go up.
Okay, so there's
just so much stuff here. It's impossible to get through it all in a time, man.
so, but I can't track where he moved. I can't.
Sure. Well, yeah. So you want to try to pick out exactly what has been recently disturbed?
I was just through this room earlier. I am observant.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I have a huge. I am literally observant. That it's on my sheet, and
I like that feat.
and yeah. So like,
yeah, you can save some time by searching in the right section of the room as you notice an armchair that has been hastily shifted next to this table right here. This armchair.
Okay. So if he walked it, so if he walked anywhere off of the path, right, he would have made
disturbed stuff. Yeah,
disturbed the dust on the ground, right? Because isn't there a layer of dust on the ground everywhere?
There is, yeah, and it's clear that somebody has spent some time right here.
Yeah, so I'll search that.
All right, roll another D100.
Okay. Not my skill.
No, this room has a lot of stuff in it. You find a leather-bound book stashed underneath this bag. It is the one you recognize that he had earlier.
I'll flip it open and confirm.
Yeah, it's the same book. You recognize the page with the spell for the teleportation circle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, keep it on me for now, I guess. I know I said I wouldn't, but now that I'm out here and you're distracted in there and I found it, you don't know I have it. I'm just gonna keep it on. And now I've gotten kind of fascinated, so I'll just stay in here and keep poking around.
Okay. How much time do you want to spend in the room?
Well, however much before the long rest starts that there is, I guess.
Okay.
Or if we're gonna leave until then.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to go through. If you feel like you want some help searching it, you can get other party members to help you. You reckon it'll take a few hours by yourself?
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk back. I'll go back downstairs and recruit some help. I'll come. Yeah. I'll come back down. I'll come back down and recruit some help.
All right. How many people are gonna help out with searching the
And
attic for knickknacks and treasures?
And this is the pitch. The pitch is I found the book. I've also found this other strange artifact of magical nature, and there are many bits and baubles that might help illuminate, this family's past, if we are indeed attempting to to supplant them with fakery. So
sure, I'm in.
And I like I said, I admit I have the book. and I'm happy now. And that the boy is safe with the doctor. Hopefully the doctor is safe with the boy. I'm still not particularly happy that he's not in chains, but... And then, yeah, I'll ask for some help.
Klug just sits in the front hall while you guys talk. Just looks like she has a migraine. It goes, we're kind of missing one really big point, that the town just got smashed. The Burgermaster's not showing up to talk to them, and we've just created a power vacuum. So are we going to supplant Irina, or do you have some other plan to calm the masses who may or may not be very unhappy right now? Because I'd be taking advantage of it if I was outside.
I did.
What did you do? Just talk to that guy?
No, I recommended to Tados that he get suited up as the Burgermaster. I was going to go talk to the other lady, but we were doing stuff in here still.
No.
What is happening with gameplay then? Is that going to impact our timeline, or are we just taking this as a break, more or less?
I think we're.
No. The Burgermaster. We wish to discredit the Burgermaster. By delaying his appearance in public, we do so. We have time now. Isaac and the guards have secured Velaki.
And Isaac's in on this.
Let the people sit in uncertainty for a time, and then we will calm their fears.
Telling them the Burgermaster has fled?
If that is,
are we going to supplant a puppet in place, or are we just going to sit there and get him run out of town?
We have
both
possible avenues.
Mm-hmm.
Should take the time to think on them.
Yes, and we need to hear what the opposition had planned too. We decided that they're... Mm-hmm.
For now, the immediate threat has passed.
Yes.
Alright, let's go toss an attic.
Yep, I'm in.
And rest.
Alright.
There's keepers.
This is the day of victory for us.
Who else is gonna spend time in the attic?
Sounds like I got Klug and Man with Wing. I don't know that Tados has chimed in yet. We are going to rest in addition to this, Tados.
Okay, you're gonna take a long rest?
I think, unless we want to save that for the decision to make at the beginning of next session.
We can make it the beginning of next section.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. So
yeah.
So can we just do the search and have that be?
Yeah. You reckon you've got enough hours before sundown to thoroughly search the attic? Each player who searches for 1 hour, roll a D100.
So I'm confused. So we're doing this during a long rest.
No, you're doing it before a long rest.
Yeah, we're doing it before a long rest. What we're gonna do, Wes, this is both a proposal, is finish up with a search and leave whether or not we do a long rest to be decided at the beginning of next session.
Okay.
As to give us all enough time to think about what the best course is.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah. 31.
All right.
So how many hours are we going to do this?
I'm just
we're
doing
doing 4, right?
Everybody who's
Doing
searching
for
for
1
1
hour.
hour right now should roll.
Yeah. Because I need, before we rest, and the power vacuum is very much in my mind as well, we need to talk to the opposition. That's my goal here.
Well, there currently isn't a power vacuum. Nobody knows
That's true.
that the Burgermaster is gone, and Isaac has not made any indication that there's a problem. So as far as the common folk are concerned, they're probably upset that their leader hasn't addressed them, but they have no reason to suspect anything is happened.
Right.
Period. So we could conceivably, go for the whole rest and be okay, and then go and deal with the faction, or we could go and deal with the faction before long rest. I'm good either way. My character's kit could use a long rest. I could do a lot more with long rest, but I'm pretty good where I'm at.
Okay. Well,
I think we can do long rest, but I'm also thinking that at some point you might be
in the party's interest to be visible and with the city starting to pick up a little bit, just to avoid, the whole too cozy with Burgermaster.
Well, we can make announcements. We can do whatever, we can do what we need to do to kind of get the word out. We can send out missives, we can send out rumors, we can do, there's a lot we can do. And we can make appearances, we can not make appearances. So like if we come in and we, and like the Burgermaster, like for instance, like we could have him, if we want to discredit him, we can stick with the discredit, but we could also make Tados appear to be wounded, and then the Burgermaster was wounded but now appears and we're the heroes and he introduces the heroes. We can go any fucking which way with this.
Right.
It really doesn't matter. Like we really can go any which way.
Would still help to know what the political opponents have planned.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's next on the chopping block. The decision point is whether to rest first or not.
Right,
and I personally don't think it matters either way. I think it can go either way.
I agree.
And that, but I don't think 8 to 10 hours in either direction is gonna make a difference either way.
No, the people are going to be too busy building the town back together anyway. So yeah, either way.
And it's right now it's Isaac's job out there.
Yeah, we told him take charge,
handling that. And as far as the town's concerned, he's the hard right hand of the Burgermaster. So
correct.
Like he can spin it whichever way we've asked him to spin it.
Yeah.
Initially, that's what I think.
Anyway, I rolled a 31. We got Klug with a 33.
Yes. I'm going to sit and do another ritual and burn my last spell slot for 2 more unseen servants, and I'll go up and have them search as well.
Ha ha!
Nice.
Fucking man, what a machine! Is that 4 of you all together?
3.
3 of you.
2 unseen servants plus me.
Yep. Anything that searches gets a D100.
Oh my god.
We should organize box things, make it nice and pretty.
All right, we've got a lot.
Which one of those rolls? Yeah, all right. So, two of your servants, Tados, pull an old trunk out of a dusty patch with a little bit of brown mold under it. Clearly not been moved in centuries. As the lid is removed, a tome of massive proportions with a silver crest and a thick lock.
What's the crest?
The pages are of parchment, very brittle. Most of the book is written in a curious shape, and stains of age have made it illegible, but for several paragraphs that are intact. And we conclude with a milestone.
Oh! We found a tome of Strahd.
Oh, that's concerning.
In the Burgermaster's cabin.